Welcome to Chicken World. Let me just check Beck's filming. Yes, she is. Okay, so this is Le Chicken Palace, and if you follow me back, these are the two containers. Food in here. Look, show it, have a look. Now, on top is a sack of grain and stuff. This is a kind of chicken treat. So I take this out, it could be quite heavy, and then at the bottom is their normal feed. So if you can see that, that's their normal feed, and that goes in the bucket. In the other container over here is simply sawdust, and that's just to chuck it a little bit into the bottom of the chicken coop. But I'll show you that later. Okay, so now around here, follow me. So just open the gate here, if you can zoom into that bit. It's just literally this thing here. It's stiff, so you have to hold it at the top. You see, even when I open it, it's going to be stiff. So just grab it at the top here and pull it out of the way. So I'm going to go in. So yeah, the water's there. That's fed on its own feed, so don't worry too much about that. And then this is their container here. And we have a second container here.
Maybe just check that that's not blocked, the water sometimes.
Well, you can, check that it's not blocked and there's water in it. Okay, so there's a lid on there and we just sort of fill these fellas up. And this fella, he just fills up here. Now you want to position these inside here because above is a little bit of a plastic roof and it won't get wet then. So let's go out. Okay. So you literally come back to the feed thing, there's a jug in this one, and you just
fill them up with their normal, everyday food.
Fill them up with the pellets, basically. Yeah. So you just chuck it in, like so, and then this one too, just chuck it in here, see how it's going through there. This one I actually have to fix, I'm missing my bars, but I'll fill this one to show you. Okay, so that's far enough, and this one will be full too, but I'll do that one later. So you just stick the lid back on. Okay, so then we just take them in.
And that does them for a week?
Yeah, they should do them for a week. It should do, but keep, if you can check more often than a week, that's brilliant.
And if they could be let out now and then, it'd be nice.
Yeah.
Once a week
so
for a day.
Goes back in here with a bit of canopy over it because you don't want water getting on that food because it will puff up and cause a mess. So that is feeding the chickens.
And corn feed?
Well, then we'll put this back in the box. And that's corn here. Usually what I do is come out once a day and I give them like a 3/4 jug here. Now you're not going to be letting them out, but if you do let them out, then just toss this just wherever you can throw it here and they'll come out and they'll feed off it, and that's like a little daily treat. But if you keep them in, if you pull back there, if you're keeping them in, you just toss it through the mesh there into the run, and so they can get it there. So anytime you have a visit or anything, just stick a 3/4 one of those in.